Am I crazy? Probably a little bit. I have been working on this farm on and off for over a year, and I will probably work on it for another year. I just find it so interesting, and very few people have done this before. So the idea is, parrots will spawn down on this platform, and we will bring them back to the spawn area, where they can add a lot of wonderful life. I have done a bit more research since last time. Let me quickly show you. This is the farm by Lord John 25 that I talked about last time. And I realized he actually has a world download. So I loaded this up in the current version of Minecraft just to see that it still works, and it does. The parrots spawn on these platforms, get lured into nether portals using chickens, and they get transported into the nether, so they can't take up the mob cap anymore. So that's a bit different from my farm. So what I did was, I stripped down the platforms one by one until I only had this one platform in the bottom of the world. And I switched out the jungle logs for leaves, because that is what I want. On this side we have oak leaves, and on this side jungle leaves. And they can spawn, no problem. Let's just temporarily put them to rest. They are just in parrot heaven. And let's wait for a few seconds. There we go. More parrots are spawning in. That didn't take long. And we are at Y level 2. And my platform is at level 6, I believe, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Of course, this is a void world. There is nowhere else the parrots can spawn, so to replicate that in a regular Minecraft world will take some time. And strangely enough, I'm really looking forward to slowly making progress in this area. And when parrots finally will spawn down here, it will feel so satisfying. As you can see, I've built a new house, just mimic the style of that one. And this contains a storage system. No roof yet, it's not completely finished. Here is a sneak peek. Bit cumbersome to get down here, but I don't think we will spend a lot of time actually in the storage system. I think I've got all the items I will mine around here. Hopefully, because I don't have any more room. So the idea is I can mine whatever I want around here and just fly down here, put it in the chest, and it will get automatically sorted. But we will not spend any more time in the jungle today. I have another project in mind. So welcome to the All I Never Did single play world. I'm DiiKoj, and this is the Portshine Express, as Sunfire called it in the comment section in the previous episode. I love that name. So right now the pigs are outside of the spawn chunk border, because we don't want any passive mobs within the spawn chunks if parrots are to spawn over at the jungle. And if we press this button, the pigs will be transported into the spawn chunks again, and hopefully prevent any spontaneous passive mob spawning within the spawn chunk borders. And what I want to do today is build some sort of house for them. They are just standing here out in the open. Hi guys. And I'm not sure of the design, as I usually am not, but I want to use white terracotta because that is kind of pinkish, and also take inspiration from the buildings around here. So I'm thinking bricks and maybe dark oak as well, we'll see. I have a picture on the train station at the little town where I grew up, and it has that classic, you know, half circle window, which I would like to incorporate. So let's start by collecting some materials. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about these parrots, they are all named, so they don't take up the mob cap, and that goes for all the mobs within the spawn chunk borders. Except for our train pigs, of course. Let's see if we have some white terracotta here. I'm such a professional. but we will probably need more. We have bricks here, I think. Oh yes. And we probably want to slightly break up the bricks. Oh, no granite in the stone box. We have some dark oak. I should have just grabbed some granite from the jungle. We had so much there. Beautiful sunset. Oh, wait. Is it too late for... Yeah, all the sheep are already sheared. They get sheared every sunset. Excuse me, sir. But we have a lot of granite over here as well. Down in the old mines. Yoo-hoo! Maybe actually some regular terracotta. Yeah. This color palette looks kind of dull. We might need some contrasting color as well. But maybe let's start building up with these colors and then see what fits with them. I tried something. Stripped acacia logs. I don't think I've ever used that before, believe it or not. We have bricks, white terracotta, regular terracotta so far. I think that's a nice mix. And the pigs come here and they have a little bit of view. And I guess bricks will continue like this. I went with smooth sandstone stairs for the roof. I think that gave it that contrast it needed. Outlined with dark oak. Everything in Minecraft looks better when it's outlined. And down here I have been struggling a bit with the half circle window. I went with full glass blocks behind this shape. It's kind of cheating maybe, but that's what you need to do sometimes. I think that works as a half circle. It's always a challenge to work in small scales. So this house is turning out both smaller and bigger than I thought. I almost never work out the design in creative mode first, so it's always exciting to see how the building comes to life. Sometimes you fail though and have to rebuild, but not as often as you might think. So I've realized, although we want to break up the blocks, it looks better if the foundation is bricks and the higher part is white terracotta. It makes it feel a bit more sturdy and thought through. And then we can break it up with regular terracotta and granite. I think I want a lot of windows here. I don't know if they all will be 2 by 2. And it will look so different once the roof is on. And what do I do with this part? Do I keep building up the wall? Just make some beams going up? I'm not sure. Okay, I think I have the shapes pretty much figured out. I still want to add some details and break up the blocks. But before I add the final touches, there is something else I want to do. We need a station master. And I know just the guy, an old friend who used to live here in the spawn chunk area, but there was an old bug in the game that made passive mobs kind of pathfind to the northeast. So all the mobs around here climbed up the mountain there. Okay, let's see over the hill here. Where are they? Oh, there I see something pinkish. Hello, cows. And whoop! Now where is he? There you are, Chris. How have you been? You don't seem very happy to see me. Let's see, I brought the beetroot. Come on, let's go. Crispy Bacon was once named by C3PO. Finally out on adventure again, right? Look how fast he is. Are pigs always this fast? You are hereby promoted to manager. I can't believe how fast he is. Do you remember your old friends, Chris? Oh, he can't walk on the rails, of course. Can you see them here? You are their new boss. Last little bit. Don't fall. Careful. Good. Here you are. Break this pane. Yes. So this is the manager room, and Chris will have food, water, a nice view, and he can keep track on his friends down here, talk to them, boss over them, or just hang out. Okay, Chris, you've earned this one. Enjoy. No, no, no. Is he inside? You will like it here, I promise. It looked like the pig closest to this wall took some damage in this corner, so I changed this for glass. We'll keep an extra eye on them now. I'll run after them, make sure they don't get hurt. Let's see. It looked okay. Chris, keep an eye on them. Okay, I think it's finished. It feels so nice to have a building up there. And with Crispy Bacon as the king of the hill. We should probably do some landscaping and build a road up there and things like that. But I think we'll save that for another time. This side was the hardest because it's just one big shape, you know. But I really like this way of building. You can clearly see that we have bricks in the bottom and on top. And then in the middle there is white terracotta. But then it's broken up like this. Some people might say it's too messy. But I really like this style. So I've added trapdoors, dark oak trapdoors with some spruce trapdoors to break it up a bit, just like we have done with the stairs. An iron bar, some clear glass instead of the white stained glass, and just small details like a brick stair there and there instead of full blocks. And this is what it looks like from this side and from this side. I'm not sure it actually looks like a train station, but I guess it does. A pretty worn down one. On this side I added just a little something to shield the pigs from the wind when they are here. In the same style but just smaller. One thing that I would like to try is to add electricity. Have some sort of lines that go over the rails. Of course it won't be quite realistic because the pigs won't be touching the lines to get electricity, but just for the atmosphere. So let's try something simple. If we use andesite for the pillars, iron bars can go across, and then I haven't actually crafted the iron bars yet. What is the recipe? No, I mean chains. Oh, it's nuggets. So if we start up here, because this is the highest point, let's see. If we have 1, 2, 3 lines, and then the pillar here. We'll remove the grass there and go up. Maybe this is enough. Iron bars, they are connecting Wonderful. This might look better actually. There will be some airspace there, but it might not be noticeable. Parkour! Can actually run on the chains. What do we think about this? Is it too simple? We might need to build the whole line before we know. Wow! Look at the atmosphere that is adding to the area. It really feels like a train station now. I did some experimenting and I think this simple design looks the best. No colors, it doesn't take away from the actual station. And I guess it would be more realistic if it was all the same height. Rails can't really go this steep in real life, but I'm not going to change that. It's so fun to see the pigs going up and down the rails. This whole idea of moving animals out of the spawn chunks was by paragraph 8, so it's a lot of community suggestions that has helped form this area. Such a nice feeling. But now I have been really creative for a long time. I think I'll go over to the jungle area when I can just demolish the landscape and I don't have to think too much. So I hope you feel relaxed. Thank you for being with me in this episode of All I Never Did, and I'll see you next time.